For cheap games, check out g2a.com, link in description. Well, hello there people from the internet, and welcome to some Overwatch. Now, for those of you that didn't get into the closed beta and the invite-only beta in the past couple of months, it's finally out here. And you can finally play it. It's in the open beta now, so all you have to do is just click the link. There's going to be a link in the description where to go and get it. You can play it for a couple of days and see if it's going to be the game for you. Now, I've played a couple of rounds, I've played a couple of matches. I think it's a fun game. I mean, I definitely enjoyed the sort of madness of it. That's kind of the one thing that you're looking for when you're getting into one of these games. But the one thing that was apparent straight away is that you need healing. Now, either that be that you go for a hero that's got healing himself, or you need to play with a couple of buddies. And I think this is where the game will shine. If you play this with a couple of friends, and you've got a couple of tanks, and you've got a couple of healers, and you've got a couple of different things, then I think this game will be absolutely awesome as a squad. Playing it on your own is pretty difficult because you don't really have too many people sort of healing you. If you don't have a heal, you always have to rely on the sort of med boxes that you find throughout the map, so you kind of have to rely on yourself rather than rely on a team. And I think playing this as a team will be a lot more fun than playing it on your own. Now, I only played a couple of matches. I don't really have any friends that played the game, since you have to download sort of their own thing, and then once you download that, you'll start the game and play it, and then you'll just have to sort of re-add your friends on whatever it's called, Battle.net or something like that. So I kind of just played this on my own just for a couple of matches, just to see what's it all about and what's the hype all about, and it was pretty fun, I gotta say that. I mean, you can only have so much fun playing it on your own, and as I've said before, I think playing this with a buddy or a couple of friends, it will make the game just so much better, because you can rely on heals, you can have him back you up. It's just going to be so much better playing this with somebody else. There are a ton of heroes out there for you to choose from. All you have to do is master a couple of them. If you'd love to play as a ninja, or you want to bash people's skulls in with a hammer, you'd like to fly, you'd like to teleport, rewind time, then it's all going to be there for you. There's plenty of maps, plenty of heroes for you to choose from. All you've got to do is master some of them. Now, the open beta will run for 4 days, from the 5th to the 9th of May. And after that, then you'll be up to you if you want to purchase this here game or not. I think 4 days is long enough for you to sort of get an understanding of what the game's all about, how fast-paced it is, what heroes you should be using, what you shouldn't be using. Is it going to be good just for you to play it on your own? Are you going to be playing this with your friends? You know, you'll have plenty of time in 4 days to make up your mind if this game is worth your money or not. Now, you're probably wondering, what about performance? Well, I can say it did get a bit choppy at times, but 90% of the times it just ran nice and smooth. I didn't really have any issues with the game. There were a couple of instances where frames kind of dropped, but then again, it is a beta, but it's been in the beta for quite some time. But let's just hope that when the release date actually comes, you're not going to have any of those issues. But mostly, I've never really had any problems with it. Just a couple of frame drops here and there, and that was kind of it. I did try quite a lot of heroes just to get a feel for them, just to see what they all have and their special abilities and everything like that. And I think Tracer is one of the good ones out there. If you really learn how to master Tracer and everything else, I think you should be almost invincible with that if you master it well. Even if you do play on your own, you still have to sort of rely on finding med kits and all that. You don't have to rely on anybody else, because you can just sort of teleport out of the way, you can rewind time. And I think that's just going to be an overall really nice experience if you're sort of playing on your own. You don't have to rely on anybody else. You can just sort of dash out of the way quickly, or rewind the time to a place where you're slightly safer, and that'll give you a chance to get away. For me personally, I mean, I love Tracer, and I think Soldier 76, the reason I'm playing with it is just because it does have a good amount of health. It's got 200 health, it's got his own heal, it's got a nice gun with plenty of bullets for you to shoot at people, so that's a little bit like up my alley, because I'm used to the FPS shooters, like I'm used to Battlefield, and I have my sort of my own heal, my own med kit, so I don't really have to rely on anybody else for my heals or anything like that. As for me playing the game, I definitely enjoyed it. I can say it was a fun experience. It's very fast-paced. There's a lot of madness going on. There's all sorts of fun stuff for you to do, but I don't really see myself buying the game. The reason I don't see myself doing that is because it's just not my type of game. While I did enjoy playing the beta because it was free, I think this is where it kind of stops. I don't really see myself actually purchasing the game. It's not something that I'll be playing every day. It's not something that's going to keep me engaged for months or anything like that, like it's a Battlefield game or anything like that. and it's just a little bit too small for my liking. But hey, that's just me, and you might enjoy this game. Go ahead and give it a try. It's going to be in the open beta for a few days. See what you think, and it might be something that you'll be purchasing come launch day. Now, as always in the beta, you know, they get to that one time when you're doing really well, and then it gets to a point where the servers just go down. Yes, that's exactly what happened for me. I got to a point where I was on a 15 and 5, so technically 20 kill streak, and then the servers just went down. I was like, no. It gets to that point where everything, when you're doing really well, is just going to go wrong, and it's just Murphy's Law. It's going to go wrong if it has to go wrong. So it's only a beta. It's good enough. You managed to get a few kills. You managed to sort of stay alive for the longest time just sort of on your own, and then, nope, denied. You're not going to get that done. You're not going to have that sort of 30, 40 kill streak or anything like that because, yeah, we don't want you to. The servers will just go down. So I think the word I was looking for there is unlucky, but hey, that's just life, and that's the life of the beta. So I strongly suggest you'd go ahead and try the game yourself before deciding if you're going to buy this or not, and that will be it for me. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments some of your favorite heroes, some of your favorite maneuvers and tactics on the game, and I will see you guys in the next one.